Sea Expanse. Expedition 006. Dolphins, the ocean's hidden geniuses. The secret lives of the sea's most intelligent hunters. Imagine meeting an animal that recognizes itself, calls its family by name, teaches its children, hunts with military precision, sleeps with only half its brain, and has lived in Earth's oceans for millions of years. This is not science fiction. This is the remarkable world of dolphins. Welcome to Sea Expanse. Today, we leave the darkness behind to meet one of the most intelligent animals ever to inhabit our planet. Prepare to see dolphins like never before. Chapter 1. More than a smile. A dolphin's permanent smile has fooled humans for centuries. It makes them appear happy, friendly, always playful. But that smile isn't an emotion. It's simply the shape of their jaw. Behind that familiar face lies one of the most sophisticated predators in the ocean. There are more than 40 recognized species of dolphins, ranging from the familiar bottlenose dolphin to the striking orca, the largest member of the dolphin family. From tropical lagoons to icy polar seas, dolphins have conquered nearly every ocean on Earth. Chapter 2. They call each other by name. Imagine introducing yourself with a unique sound instead of a spoken name. That's exactly what dolphins do. Each young dolphin develops a distinctive signature whistle. Researchers have found that dolphins recognize and respond to these individual whistles even after many years apart. When dolphins reunite, they don't simply recognize each other. They call each other. It's one of the clearest examples of individual vocal recognition in the animal kingdom. Chapter 3. A brain built for learning. Dolphins are remarkable problem solvers. They can understand complex instructions, imitate new behaviors, learn through observation, and remember solutions for years. Some studies have shown that dolphins recognize themselves in mirrors, a trait shared by only a handful of species, suggesting a high level of self-awareness. Their brains have evolved for a life filled with cooperation, communication, and constant adaptation. Chapter 4. Masters of Teamwork. A single dolphin is an impressive hunter. A pod is extraordinary. Different populations have developed specialized hunting techniques. Some herd fish into tight bait balls. Others work together to trap fish against shallow shorelines. In parts of the world, dolphins create rings of mud to corral their prey before darting through the center to feed. These strategies are not random. They are learned, refined, and passed from one generation to the next. Culture isn't unique to humans. It exists beneath the waves. Chapter 5. They use tools. For decades, scientists believed tool use belonged almost exclusively to humans and a few land animals. Then they watched dolphins in Western Australia. Some dolphins carefully placed marine sponges over their snouts before searching the seafloor. The sponge protected them from sharp rocks and hidden prey. Even more remarkable, young dolphins learned this behavior by watching their mothers. Knowledge was being passed through generations. The ocean had its own classrooms. Chapter 6. They see with sound. Close your eyes. Now imagine finding a single fish hundreds of feet away. Not by sight, not by smell, but by sound. This is the remarkable ability known as echolocation. Dolphins produce rapid clicking sounds that travel through the water. When those sound waves strike an object, they bounce back as echoes. By interpreting those echoes, a dolphin can build an incredibly detailed picture of its surroundings. It can detect the size, shape, distance, and movement of objects, even in murky water or complete darkness. To a dolphin, the ocean is never truly dark. It is alive with sound. Scientists continue to study just how detailed this acoustic world really is. The more we learn, the more astonishing it becomes. Chapter 7. Sleeping with one eye open. Every mammal must sleep. But dolphins face a unique challenge. Unlike fish, they breathe air. If they fell into a deep sleep like humans, they could drown. Evolution found another solution. Only one half of a dolphin's brain sleeps at a time. The other half remains awake, controlling breathing and watching for danger. After a period of rest, the two have switched roles. It's called unihemispheric sleep, and it's one of the most remarkable sleep adaptations in the animal kingdom. Even while resting, a dolphin is never completely asleep. Chapter 8. Family comes first. A dolphin calf enters the world tail first. This unusual birth helps prevent the newborn from inhaling water before reaching the surface for its first breath. From that moment on, its mother rarely leaves its side. For months, sometimes years, calves learn by watching. They imitate. They practice. They play. Older dolphins help guide younger members of the pod, creating a society built on cooperation and learning. These relationships are at the heart of dolphin life. Knowledge is not inherited. It is taught. Chapter 9. A language we are only beginning to understand. Pods of dolphins rarely travel in silence. Whistles echo across the water. Clicks bounce through the sea. Burst pulse sounds accompany close interactions. Researchers are still working to understand the complexity of dolphin communication. While we cannot say dolphins have language in the same way humans do, their communication is rich, flexible, and essential to their social lives. Every expedition into their world reminds us how much remains to be learned. Perhaps one day, we will understand more of what they are saying to one another. Chapter 10. Living beside humans. For thousands of years, dolphins have appeared in stories, art, and legends. Some coastal communities have even observed dolphins cooperating with fishermen, helping herd fish toward waiting nets while benefiting from the confusion created by the catch. Around the world, researchers and conservationists work to better understand and protect dolphin populations. Yet these remarkable animals face growing challenges. Plastic pollution, entanglement in fishing gear, noise from ships. Habitat degradation. Protecting dolphins also means protecting the oceans they call home. A different kind of intelligence. As our submersible rises toward the sunlight, a pod of dolphins appears alongside us. They surf effortlessly through the waves. One leaps high into the golden evening sky. For centuries, humanity has looked at dolphins and seen playfulness. Now, we see something more. Curiosity, communication, cooperation, learning, adaptation. They remind us that intelligence is not owned by one species. It has evolved many times, in many different ways. And perhaps the greatest lesson dolphins teach us is that understanding another mind begins with curiosity. The ocean is filled with voices we are only beginning to hear. Chapter 11. Seeing an invisible world. Close your eyes. Now imagine living in a world where your eyes are no longer your primary guide. A dolphin sends out a rapid series of clicks. Those sound waves race through the water at nearly 5 times the speed of sound in air. They strike a school of fish, a coral reef, another dolphin. Then they return. Within fractions of a second, the dolphin transforms those echoes into an incredibly detailed picture of its surroundings. Researchers continue to study exactly how dolphins process these echoes, but one thing is certain. They experience the ocean very differently than we do. Where humans rely mostly on light, dolphins rely on sound. To them, the sea is alive with information. Every echo tells a story. Every returning click reveals another piece of their world. Even in complete darkness, they are rarely lost. Chapter 12. Conversations beneath the waves. A dolphin pod is never truly silent. Whistles rise and fall. Clicks pulse through the water. Soft body movements accompany every interaction. Scientists have identified distinctive signature whistles that function as individual acoustic identifiers, helping dolphins recognize one another. Young calves spend years learning from older members of the pod. They imitate. They practice. They observe. Knowledge is shared. Not written in books, but passed from generation to generation through experience. In many ways, every pod becomes its own living library. Chapter 13. Play has a purpose. Young dolphins chase one another through waves. They leap, spin, surf, balance seaweed on their rostrums. At first glance, it looks like simple fun. But play is one of nature's greatest teachers. Through play, young dolphins practice hunting, refine coordination, strengthen social bonds, and learn the skills they will depend on throughout life. Curiosity is not a distraction. It is preparation. Chapter 14. Friends for life? Researchers have documented long-term social bonds among many dolphin populations. Some individuals spend years together. They cooperate during hunts, protect one another from predators, help mothers care for calves. Relationships within a pod can become surprisingly complex. Just as every human community is different, every dolphin community develops its own social dynamics. The ocean is not simply filled with animals. It is filled with societies. Chapter 15. The ocean's doctors. Healthy oceans need dolphins. By hunting fish and squid, dolphins help maintain balance within marine food webs. They are part of a much larger living system where every species influences another. When dolphin populations struggle, it can signal that something deeper is changing beneath the waves. Protecting dolphins is about more than protecting a single species. It is about protecting the health of the ocean itself. Wow moment. As the sun begins to set, a pod gathers around the Sea Expanse research vessel. For a few moments, the dolphins ride the bow wave. Not because they need to, because they choose to. Scientists continue to study why dolphins sometimes approach boats in this way. Perhaps they are conserving energy. Perhaps they are simply taking advantage of the moving water. Whatever the reason, it reminds us that some of the ocean's greatest mysteries are still unfolding. Even the animals we think we know best continue to surprise us. For thousands of years, people have admired dolphins for their beauty. Today, science allows us to admire something even greater: their intelligence, their cooperation, their curiosity. The more we learn, the less dolphins seem like creatures from another world. And the more they remind us that intelligence can evolve in many different forms. Perhaps the greatest discovery is not that dolphins are extraordinary. It is that our planet is capable of creating minds so different from our own, yet so worthy of our respect. Chapter 16. Every dolphin has a story. Every scar tells a story. Every mark on a dorsal fin is a chapter in a life spent beneath the waves. Marine researchers have spent decades identifying individual dolphins using the unique shapes, nicks, scars, and patterns on their dorsal fins. Some dolphins have been followed for years, others for decades. Scientists have watched newborn calves grow into adults. Young mothers raise families of their own. And aging dolphins continue to travel alongside companions they have known for much of their lives. To us, a pod may appear to be a group of similar animals. To researchers, it is a community of recognizable individuals. Each dolphin has its own history, its own relationships, its own place within the pod. The longer scientists observe them, the clearer one truth becomes. Every dolphin is an individual. Chapter 17. The first teacher. Life begins with a race toward the surface. A newborn dolphin must take its first breath within moments of birth. Its mother gently guides it upward. That first lesson is only the beginning. Over the following months and years, young dolphins learn by staying close to experienced adults. They discover where to find food, how to recognize danger, how to navigate changing coastlines. In some populations, mothers teach specialized feeding techniques that calves gradually learn through observation and practice. Knowledge is not simply inherited. It is learned. Generation after generation. Experience shapes survival. Chapter 18. The Power of Cooperation. A school of fish flashes like liquid silver beneath the surface. One dolphin alone would struggle to control such a fast-moving group. But dolphins rarely hunt alone. One circles behind. Another approaches from below. Others position themselves to block escape routes. Within moments, the fish are surrounded. This remarkable coordination has been documented in dolphin populations around the world. Some herd fish into tight balls. Others create rings of mud that trap prey in shallow water. Each population develops hunting traditions suited to its environment. These strategies reveal something extraordinary. Success is often built through cooperation. Chapter 19. Curious Minds. Few wild animals display curiosity as consistently as dolphins. Researchers have observed dolphins investigating floating objects, sea turtles, seabirds, divers, research equipment, and even drifting seaweed. Young dolphins often spend time exploring unfamiliar objects before losing interest and moving on. Curiosity may help them learn about their environment, strengthen social bonds through play, and adapt to changing conditions. Scientists continue to study exactly why dolphins behave this way. But one thing is clear. Curiosity is a recurring part of dolphin life. And curiosity has always been one of nature's greatest tools for survival. Chapter 20. Guardians of a Healthy Ocean. Dolphins are more than remarkable animals. They are important members of marine ecosystems. As predators, they help maintain balance among fish and squid populations. Their presence can tell scientists a great deal about the health of coastal waters. When dolphin populations decline, researchers investigate why. Pollution, habitat degradation, entanglement in fishing gear, declining prey. Each challenge tells a larger story about the condition of the ocean itself. Protecting dolphins means protecting the ecosystems that support countless other forms of life. The future of these remarkable animals is inseparable from the future of the sea. Final reflection. The sun sinks below the horizon. Golden light ripples across the water. A pod of dolphins surfaces one final time before disappearing into the deep blue. For centuries, people admired dolphins for their grace. Today, science has revealed something even more remarkable. These are animals that recognize individuals, care for their young over many years, cooperate in sophisticated ways, develop distinctive vocal signals, learn from experience, and continue to surprise researchers with every new discovery. The more we study dolphins, the more we discover that intelligence can take many forms. Not identical to our own, but extraordinary in its own right. Perhaps the greatest lesson dolphins offer is not how similar they are to us, but how many different paths evolution can take toward solving the challenges of life. The ocean is filled with minds unlike our own, each one shaped by millions of years beneath the waves. The ocean has shared one more of its secrets. Countless others are still waiting. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Please tell me in the comments which ocean mystery, marine animal, or underwater adventure you'd like me to cover in the next Sea Expanse expedition. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new expedition. Until next time, keep exploring. And always dive deeper.